was living with my ex-partner now, and 3 children, 1 13, 1 11 and 1 5. I was addicted to methadone, tablets, heroin and alcohol all at the same time. It was horrible, you know, I was very, very depressed, but I had to keep cracking on for the kids' sake.
I was lonely.
I didn't have no trust me with people.
I was isolated.
My life was, to be honest, a mess.
I've been in addiction for 30 odd years.
I felt rejected.
I was in a world of pain.
Running about, robbing people.
I felt lost, and I never really seen people on an emotional level.
I didn't think anyone loved me. I pushed away everyone that did love me.
I spent a long time being in a prison.
I just seen people as a commodity, really, because I've been so hurt from my past.
Didn't know how to be around people. Didn't trust anyone. I didn't trust myself.
My life wasn't worth living. I tried to take my life. I've had breakdowns. I've lost a lot of people.
It got so bad that I took an overdose because I just couldn't live with who I'd become.
I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I was worthless. I didn't deserve to be alive. I tried killing myself in prison. No one knew that at all. And it's only been recently that I spoke about it as well.
When you get to that point, you know, you're in a hospital bed and people are talking to you and they're asking you questions. And the day after, I was asked one simple question. Are you glad you're here? And I said no.
I risked my life regularly, on a daily basis, but seriously a few times, without a thought for how my family would react if they had to bury me.
My journey before I came into recovery this time was on the streets of Manchester. I found my birth mum 3 years ago, but I didn't know how to have a connection with her. I struggled really with having any sort of intimacy with people, any sort of emotional connection with people. I was sleeping behind the shopping booths, lost, knowing deep down that I wanted to have connection with people, but too scared to be able to do something about it because I couldn't trust people. I didn't know how to trust people, but at night I'd sit there and think, oh, all I want is connection.
I just thought that was my destiny. That I was meant to just spend my time in prison. No morality, no conscience, just drugs.
My biggest regret is because I didn't get clean for my mum while she was alive. She didn't get to be proud of me while she was living. Her biggest wish was for me, I remember, because she'd said it all the time, I just want you to be safe and happy.
One of my biggest regrets is losing my ex-partner. I was with her 6.5 years, and my addiction made me very selfish, uncommitting. She had 2 children, one was 17, one was 9, and they stood by me for a long time, and I was either in prison or causing absolute chaos. Seeing people as expendable, and it just isolated me even more, because deep down all I wanted to do was be able to express myself in an appropriate manner, and I was never able to do that.
My biggest regret? What I put my family through, what I had to tell them about me. That's my biggest regret, my wife. I had to tell them about me, who I was, the real person, not the mask that they'd been looking at, not the happy-go-lucky guy they thought they were going out with, but the alcoholic.
Not been there for my daughter. I have 2 children, Tom and Lucy. Lucy is 21 with an eating disorder, and I felt as though I wasn't never there for her when she needed me, because I always put my drink before anything else. She begged me to stop drinking. Please, Mum, please, just stop drinking. And I made promises and I didn't keep them.
My biggest regret is nearly losing my son and me not realising I was an addict before it was too late. That is when the light switch come on, and then I realised I did have a problem with alcohol.
I think the biggest one for me is losing my son. My son was born in March 2013. I know lots of them as well. I weren't even there for his birth. I weren't even there for my son when he was born. And he's been adopted. Yeah, just what I've cost in it, you know what I mean? It's not just about me losing my son, it's about like my mum lost a grandchild as well. That's one of the reasons I keep going, I keep doing what I'm doing. Because I want it to come one day. I want him to say, there's my dad. That's my dad. And I miss him.
The biggest regret I have, giving my daughter back to her mum. When that happened, it killed me, but I didn't know how to have gratitude, how to love him in the right way. How did it feel? It had no feelings. It was dead. And all I wanted was my next fix. It's hard to live with that. You don't care for yourself, how are you going to care for them? You know? It's just life. That's what it was like.
My biggest regret is getting my partner to use heroin, bringing it to the house. Her mum and dad was both heroin addicts. Eventually she started being intrigued about heroin. She ended up addicted to it, and she's been addicted to it for 11 years. And that's the mother of my children. By that, my children, both children, was born withdrawing from heroin.
When I graduated from RAMP, they said, oh, you're going on DEAP now. Oh, shit, you know, I can't do this. I was frightened before I even started DEAP, because I knew that I was going to have to talk about the things that I needed to talk about, the stuff that I'd not been speaking about for 30 years. I'm 46. And for years, I've spoke to no one about anything that I felt.
At the beginning of DEAP, to be honest, it was just to tick the boxes off to keep my child. And then it really hit home, some of the stuff that was getting said. And I rang them up and said, I'm not coming back. And then after I went back and expressed how I felt, I just kept going back because deep down I knew I needed to deal with that to move on.
I was in a really dark place. My marriage had broken up and I just recently got divorced. Moved out of my family home into a house on my own. Felt very lonely, removed from my family. I was drinking every night, 2, 3 bottles of wine, trying just to forget.
I'd chosen to stop feeling because it was easier. It was easier to hide behind alcohol.
The things that I hid down was like why I stayed in abusive relationships, my relationship with my mum when I was younger, that I craved for her attention and I never got it. It's the best feeling in the world, actually getting to that stage where you can actually feel and admit that's how you felt. Because if I didn't go on DEAP, I wouldn't have thought about it that way. I still would have ended up doing the things that I was doing and not moving on from it.
The first day, I did a lot of crying. Didn't like what the counsellors were saying at all. Thought I was always right. Emotionally, I've got things out that I buried for a long time. It kept hurting me here, which I've let out, and I felt so much better for doing that.
I was 15 when I started homing. It's the longest I've been clean. I've got hope today, and my children have got hope. And I'm very, very thankful for that.
I don't want to miss out on any more birthdays and Christmases, and I don't want to have to hide and lie and be ashamed. I want to feel part of my family.
Maintaining a relationship with my mum is massive for me. To be able to show empathy for her journey and why she's done what she's done, to be able to connect with her on that level is definitely, probably, in fact, it is the most important thing. And to be able to understand a lot more about me and to start liking who I am.
That was one of the aims, to get back in touch with my family, and I've started to get that relationship again. I've started to get that bond, and it's through doing the suggested things, to be honest and open and willing, as they say, and I do all of them. I try and do them every day, every single day.
You only get one life, and I've wasted half of it, but this other half, it's for my kids and myself and my family. You know, my granddaughter's only 3, and she is my inspiration. That's what, yeah, that's my girl.
It's got to be my wife. It's got to be. She was important beforehand, but I didn't know it and I didn't recognise it and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand because I didn't feel for her either. When you turn your feelings off because of the pain, you turn your love off as well. When you put the drink down and you start thinking and feeling for yourself, those feelings are pretty intense.
Be a different and better person. Be a happier person, not a lonely person. And be happy. Love myself, respect myself. Be happy with who I am.
I want to be able to help other mums that have been in the same situation as what I have, because people can get out of addiction. But just to help them people, you know, the girls that are like so stuck that they can get help and can keep their children.
Obviously, I'd like to thank Raw, obviously Vicky and all the staff there for the opportunity and where I am today. I'd like to thank Gail and Jackie, my drug workers from Manchester, CWP for giving me the opportunity to get on DEAP.
Everyone I've met in recovery, everyone on DEAP, they've all gone out of the way to help me get better, get well, out of the kindness of their hearts. So thanks to them.
My mum, for being there now. She means a lot to me, and I see a lot of courage and strength from that woman, and I can learn a lot from her.
I'd like to thank Umran and Amy. Yeah, they did something that not many people could do. They got this idiot to start feeling.
Thanks to Vicky, Danny and Sonny, and I mean, like, Jay and Jill. I've just got to thank them for having that kind of belief in me as well. When things got hard, like it's saying, you can do this, you can do this. And also towards DEAP as well, Amy and Umran.
People I would like to thank are obviously Umran and Amy for supporting me. I really do appreciate it, thank you.
And this time it's a completely different change. The outlook. It's nice being Barry.
I'm learning, and I don't think you'll ever stop learning, and that's what it is. It's a journey, and I want to grow, because I haven't grown all my life. I've stagnated in drug addiction, and it's about discovery for me. Sounds stupid, but it is.
The best way for me to do thanks is to try and give something back. What they've taught me, and try and pass that message on. That's all I can turn around and say, that I'm so grateful.
Got a lot of gratitude today. Never had it before. But yeah, thank you.
I've been with the same wonderful woman for 25 years. Yeah, and I'm ever thankful to her. Thanks, Tracy, I love you a lot.
Family, my little boy, the most. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Family, for never giving up on me. My children. Everybody that's had a part in my recovery. I'm so grateful.
And I'd like to thank my family for letting me back into their lives.
And I'd like to thank my family, my 2 children, Tom and Lucy, still believing in me, not giving up on me, and being there for me in my recovery. Thanks, guys.
Born with my papa's son, wandering out a smoking gun. Now some of you would live through me, then lock me up and throw away the key, or just find a place to hide away and hope that I'll just go away. But I feel alright. I feel alright tonight. Feel alright. I feel alright tonight. And I'll bring you precious contraband and ancient tales from distant lands. Conquerors and concubines and conjurers from darker times. Betrayal and conspiracy, sacrilege and heresy.